A digital image can exist in any one of a baffling number of file formats. Most file formats offer benefits which satisfy a specific group of users. A digital image can exist as a different file format at different points in the workflow. In this short film, we're going to look at file formats used at the capture, optimization, delivery and archive stages in a workflow.
Image compression. Image files can be very large. Some file formats offer compression to save space and speed up transfer times. Digital files can be compressed with lossless or lossy compression. Lossless compression reduces the size without sacrificing detail. Lossy compression reduces size but sacrifices detail. The widely used JPEG file format uses lossy compression and allows the user to choose to prioritize either small size or high quality. With small size, the image is compressed more aggressively and image artifacts are created. If the higher quality option is used, the image is larger and the damage is less obvious. This 8-bit per colour channel 10" by 8" image has a resolution of 300 dots per inch. If it is saved as an uncompressed TIFF file, the size is 20.6 megabytes. If it is compressed as a TIFF using lossless LZW compression, the saved image will be 14 megabytes. When it is reopened, the image is unaffected by the compression. If the image is compressed using lossy JPEG compression at its highest quality setting, the saved image is 6 megabytes in size. When opened, it may be possible to see some damage. If the highest compression setting is used, the save file is now 440K, but when reopened it is clear that the image has been damaged.
Normally, a camera or scanner operator captures at the highest resolution they anticipate needing. It is also good practice to avoid using a file format which uses lossy compression. Many consumer cameras only offer JPEG, which is a lossy format. In this situation, it is good practice to use the highest JPEG quality setting. All digital SLRs and some of the higher spec consumer cameras offer their own native RAW format. This format varies between manufacturers and varies subtly between camera models. Here are just a few of the commonly used RAW formats.
The RAW file contains the image data in its unprocessed state, as captured by the sensor. The processing is postponed until the images are loaded onto a computer. Camera settings such as white balance are tagged to the image and are only used when the image is converted. On conversion, the operator can choose to use the tagged white balance setting or apply a different one. Unlike the JPEG file, which is 8-bit per colour channel, the RAW file offers greater colour depth at 16 bits per colour channel. A major concern with RAW is that it is proprietary and controlled by the camera manufacturer. One solution is to convert RAW files into Adobe's non-proprietary DNG format. DNG files can be created using common applications such as Photoshop, Lightroom and Aperture, and the free DNG converter from Adobe. I will now look at some of the advantages and disadvantages of the RAW format. The advantages include that the RAW file can store 16-bit per colour channel data as opposed to 8-bit with other capture formats. This greater bit depth offers more editability. The images can be converted according to audience need. The disadvantages include native RAW files are proprietary. However, the DNG format may offer a viable alternative. Effective RAW conversion requires skill.
Scanners operated from their own standalone software drivers should offer familiar file formats such as TIFF and JPEG. If the scanner is operated from within editing applications such as Photoshop, the image will appear in its own new window. It should then be possible to save it in any of the file formats available from within the application. Some applications, such as Adobe's Lightroom and Apple's Aperture, allow the user to work from a set of master files non-destructively. While these applications support TIFF and JPEG, it is the RAW file that offers the user the most control over the image.
Some image adjustments have to be done by more powerful image manipulation applications, such as Adobe's Photoshop. Once images have been edited, they can be saved as TIFFs, JPEGs, or other familiar formats. However, for work in progress, the user may have to use a native format, which offers additional features, such as Photoshop's PSD.
Once optimized, the images should be saved for final use. For archive master images, the priority is for the highest possible quality without the use of lossy compression. For screen use, the priority is file size and download speed. JPEG format is by far the most commonly used format for online use. JPEG files can be viewed by most browsers and embedded in emails without the need for special software. A JPEG file can be compressed to a tiny fraction of its original size. At low compression ratios, the damage to the image is imperceptible, but at higher ratios, the damage is obvious and irreversible. A digital image might be saved in different file formats at different points in the workflow, and it is essential that the operator understands the qualities of each file format and their roles at different points in the process.